KwaZulu-Natal residents have come face to face with the elements in recent years. Erratic weather patterns like storms and more recently a tornado are putting lives and livelihoods at risk. In April and May of 2022, the province was hit by two climatic weather events. Mudslides and torrential downpours destroyed homes, businesses and infrastructure. Over 400 people died in April. President Cyril Ramaphosa declared a provincial state of disaster. Barely a month later, a second wave of flooding. Roads, bridges, telecommunication networks, and water and sewage infrastructure damaged and destroyed. Now, 2 years later, these survivors in Quarry Heights in Durban have rebuilt their informal houses in the same spot, in vulnerable, low-lying areas. Options for relocation are scarce without support.
I
decided to come back here because I want to be closer to my workplace. I am able to survive here even if I'm not working. The clinic and a mall are a walking distance. Each time there are floods, we know that our houses will be flooded. Then we will have to clean up and replace items that have been damaged. We want the municipality to get a piece of land that is safe and build houses for us. We want to live in a safe place. We are still traumatized by 2022 floods that claimed the lives of people whose bodies have not been found.
Mike Somtala has lived in the area for 19 years. Like many people here, he says his community is forced to simply rebuild after heavy rains, and often at their own expense.
We decided to stay here because it is closer to the city. We are able to walk to Pinetown to look for jobs. We cannot afford to pay for transport. When there are floods, we run to the hardware which is upper. Our belongings are washed away. We just grab documents and run to seek shelter. I'm calling on government to get us a safe place to stay or a piece of land where we can build our own houses.
Last year on Christmas Eve, Ladysmith suffered two devastating floods within just 2 weeks. 25 people died. Businesses and infrastructure were destroyed. Town planning experts say people need to be offered solutions to relocate from dangerous floodplains.
People that are not going to listen to you if you are bringing a solution or a problem without a solution, to be specific. So you need to say there's a problem and this is the solution. So if you go to people and say, do not build in this area because this is a floodplain, right? Mm-hmm. Then the question they will ask, where do we build? And if you don't tell them where to build, then you have not done anything. And therefore, people who are in charge of development control and land use management, who actually are responsible in terms of the zoning and where to put people.
In April, Margate businesses and residents on the province's south coast suffered 2 nights of flash floods. 5 people died. With erratic weather patterns on the rise globally, building climate-resilient cities are necessary now more than ever before.
Now, you want to create an environment where you have surfaces which are permeable to water, allowing water to seep through, so that you do not have to worry a lot about channeling water to a particular direction where it's most likely going to be flooded. The water, in most instances, is not coordinated. And very often water takes control. We are not in control of the movement of water. The water has taken control.
Last week, at least 11 people were killed after a tornado swept through several areas in the province, the area of Otongati being the hardest hit. Minoshni Pillay, SABC News, Durban.